Okay, wills. Do wills help us avoid probate court? No, they do not. Wills equal probate court. Wills do not avoid probate court. All a will does is give a judge in your local county probate court some idea of who is in charge and who gets what. But we still have to go through the probate process. It still is going to cost $3,000 in legal fees, and it's going to take a year to deal with that house, to deal with that bank account. But at least the will says, my wife's in charge when I die and she gets everything. The whole kit and caboodle. My kids don't get a chunk after $200,000. So I can make sure my wife doesn't get she gets what she thinks she's getting. But unfortunately, she still had to go through court to do that. We don't want to have courts. We don't want judges and lawyers involved when we pass away. We want to keep our affairs private. We want to avoid court. If you want to avoid court, you want to keep affairs private, a will is the last thing you want. It does not help you do that, okay? That's where we get into the process of trusts, okay? Using trusts. Using trusts as ownership. Using a trust as a beneficiary, okay? So those assets that didn't have a beneficiary on them, we can utilize a trust and name the trust as the beneficiary. So for example, you have this house as husband and wife. You want to make sure when you've both passed away, it goes somewhere. Well, if we have a trust, we can record a deed that says, when my wife and I die, this house is owned by the Garavaglia Trust. Okay, so now this deed has a beneficiary on it. My trust is the beneficiary. Bank accounts. I go to my bank and I list my trust as the beneficiary on mine and my wife's bank account. So when we both die, now there's a beneficiary on the bank account. Now there is a beneficiary on the home. Things aren't slipping through the cracks. They don't have to go through probate court. Now they've gone in this legal entity, this trust that we've created. We've avoided probate court. And what are some of the other benefits of a trust?